Hello, morning, afternoon, evening. You're on to Augustine again, and this is a wonderful Thursday morning. And from Africa, hope we all had a wonderful night rest. Now, I welcome everyone that will be coming on to my broadcast today. And today is a special day to me. And by the end of this broadcast, you understand why I did say it's actually a special day for me. I want to talk about leads. The title of my broadcast is In Preparation for the Leads. Now, the leads that we're going to be having is going to be huge. And I'm going to, as much as possible, explain it to my own understanding. Now, we haven't gotten a comprehensive detail of how this lead is going to be. I believe the administration is going to let us understand how it's going to take place between now and maybe the end of this month. But one thing that I am sure about is that this particular month, we are going to have consent for our merchants. There is going to be a QR code builder that would encourage members within our community to shop with merchants at a particular percentage of Pringles and a percentage of cash as the merchant decides. And also by next month, most likely, we're also going to have an application. That application is going to be a concentration focus application. The concentration focus means those people that are paying their monthly subscription fee within a given geographical area, the app will identify them so that it will be easy for us to be able to start up our food subsidy campaign. Now, I may be wrong, but I'm sure that I may be wrong, but I am certain from what I've seen so far that this food subsidy will begin from next 2 months, which is the month of June. And from how I've seen things going about in the community, it's very likely that if it doesn't begin by June, well, it may begin earlier than June or maybe around that time. That's exactly how I see things. And I also explain to the best of my understanding. Remember, my title is In Preparations for the Leads. Now, another thing I just want to talk about is, well, let me first of all focus on what our content is, the leads. Now, this leads is very similar to, now I'm going to majorly concern myself with the body of Christ. Now, that's the church, because that's the only way I'm able to understand it and explain it very well. Now, if we take the church setting as a typical instance, now you do see that in every church setting, in any given body, that new members from time to time do come around. Now, when these new members do come around, already there are what you call workers. Workers are people that build the church. Workers are in different departments. Now, in a certain department, some workers are known as the evangelistic arm of a particular ministry. Now, the responsibility of those workers are to make sure that new members who come into the particular congregation are followed up. Followed up simply means you make sure that you build them up until they are well consolidated in the body of Christ. Now, that's a typical instance of what these leads are going to be. Already there are members in our Crinkle Private Society that are very, very up to date because they attend the weekly and daily meetings. Now, to be very clear, there are meetings that do take place by the administration of the Crinkle Private Society. And these meetings are done from Mondays through Fridays from 4 p.m. West African time, and it ends by about 6 p.m. same time West African time. And I am making a call, a clarion call to you, listening to me to be part of this meeting. It's going to be huge. There is so much knowledge that you acquire while you are in this meeting. Okay? Now, if you are in this meeting, I'm now concentrating myself about the Kringle Society. If you are coming in for this meeting, it is assumed that you are a worker. A worker are people who are willing to grow this TBC community. And workers are people who are willing to be in the core team. To be clear, the core teams are 11,111. These are the people that will ensure that the TBC community will succeed. And also, they are giving a huge chunk of TBC coins. You pay on a monthly basis, you get 100 TBC. That's one. Now, you will also enjoy the rotator program. At this point, the rotator program is about 10% of the subscription fee that you are paying. Now, as we build our economy phase, we'll get to about 1 million, between 1 million to 10 million. Then the treasury will be handed over to those who are fit, who are found worthy to be in this core team, to be as administrators in our Kringle Private Society. All right. Now, these are the people that are going to also enjoy this treasury, not people that will be lavish with the expenditures, but people who are accountable. Of course, between now and when we get to that stage, it will have become evident. If you are accountable, if you are responsible, if you are trustworthy, it will be seen. The treasury will be given to you, and you will help to develop a particular section of our Kringle Private Society. Okay. Now, that said, you are going to enjoy some of these benefits if you are in the core team. And also, if you pay on a yearly subscription, which we are emphasizing that you do, you are going to enjoy 500 TBC points for the month of April. Now, I do not know what it will happen in the month of May. It's very likely that it may not continue. It's very likely. The administration actually said, and I quote, that by next month, it wouldn't be available for members that didn't take advantage of this yearly subscription this month. So the ball is in your court. The announcement has been made. So back to what I was saying, those who are in the leads, those who are in the meetings are seen as workers. Workers are those that want to grow this community. And then as they are building the community by bringing in their financial side, contributing in their own side, on their own side, then the system rewards them with enough Kringle coins. If they grow the community by bringing in members and those people pay their subscription fee, they are also enjoying 50% and they also enjoy a rotator. These people are the people that will feature on these leads. These people are the people that will feature on these leads. Now, what will happen is that most likely on Facebook, those people are going to be giving leads, meaning that they'll be giving members. Now, we are working on creating what you call huge advertisements on Facebook. And that advertisement will center on United for Food subsidy. United for Food subsidy is what is going to feature upon. Those people who are scattered abroad will want to see what is happening concerning United for Food, and they want to take part. Now, once they have indicated interest to know what these and these are about, then they are going to fall into the category of people that you will follow up. Remember my first instance, I used the church. New members come in, workers follow up on them to make sure that they are consolidated. Now, the difference between ours and that of the church is that these people who will indicate interest by seeing these advertisements on Facebook will know nothing. They will just see it and they will indicate a kind of interest. Now, following that, you as an individual, at random, it could be anybody, but these people are people who have been steadfast in coming for these meetings. You'll be called upon to follow up on these people and get them consolidated. They are not members yet. Your responsibility will be go after them, consolidate them. Consolidating them simply means letting them understand what they stand to gain as being members of our Kringle Private Society as a private membership, our terms and conditions, and how we intend ending poverty on a global scale. How we are on a mission, and that mission is that ending poverty with our currency called Kringle coins. This is only the things that you need to know. You have to be very professional about it. And once you're able to convince this individual or individuals, because these people will be given to you, maybe one, maybe two, maybe five, maybe 10, it is expected that you are to convince them. And when you convince them, they will get interested in this opportunity we are providing for mankind and pay their yearly subscription fee or monthly subscription fee or 6 monthly subscription fee, depending on how well you're able to convince these people to see this vision and then key into this vision. It is that simple. It is not difficult. It is that simple. Okay? Now, once they have become members of our Kringle Private Society, They have gone through the meetings, they've been able to read through the content, they've been able to listen to that wonderful lady at the front desk of the Kringle Cash back office, and then they've been able to have a few understanding of some things in our community. Of course, when they pay that subscription fee, you get your 50%. Now, this is the whole idea that the administration wants to use to ensure that people get $1,000 on a weekly basis. Of course, these particular leads will be at random. Like I said, they're going to be at random. Now, if you are doing well in following up people and then getting results, then more leads will be given to you. At first, it could be maybe 2 or 3. If you're able to bring them as members, they pay their subscription fee, then maybe it becomes 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. And as you are bringing these people in per week and you are steadfast, you are good about it, more leads will keep coming to you. Of course, when more leads comes to you, 50% of it goes to you, and then you could be getting as much as $1,000 plus on a weekly basis. It's not too difficult, it's very possible. But now the question is, what are your preparations to also enjoy these leads? Step 1, being a member in the Kringle Private Society. That is step 1. Step 2, coming in for these meetings and being very diligent to get everything or every instruction that is laid down or that is handed over to you or it is taught to you in the meetings. If you're able to do that, then you are also going to be one of those that will take part in the lead. Now, there are still a lot of information that I haven't yet divulged to you because I am ignorant of it at this point. But shortly, these information will be put out into the public. The administration will make sure he puts all the required ways to be in these leads on the blog. Now, the last thing I am going to talk about is that I was taken out of Facebook some time ago, and someone hacked into my account. Now, I do not know who hacked into my account. Possibly, it could be the administrative side of the Facebook social media. I don't know, because I think I'm someone who is knowledgeable in systems. And well, that's by the way. But I have tried in previous times to come in, and they refused me access to Facebook. But yesterday, I was successful in creating an account again, and I'm going to share it with us so that we'll see that I am now a member again on Facebook. This opportunity now that I have provided myself is going to offer me the chance to take part in these leads that will be coming up anytime soon. I do not know how soon that will be. It's very likely that it will be starting up this month ending or next month. Now, as time goes on, as a broadcaster, I'll come up live to make us understand what you stand to gain. Now, if I begin to also make results, I'll also make you understand how much progress I've made as a member in this TBC community. Trust me, we are going to end poverty. And as you see it, you are going to witness it one day at a time. Now, that said, I think I'm true, but then let's share my screen. And sharing my screen now shows you the leads, the Facebook accounts that I just recently created. All right, my screen is now being shared. Now, when you look at this, this is my Facebook account. This account was created yesterday. And when you look at it, I will start afresh to start bringing in new friends and all that. You know, these are most of them TBC members. And I love it because I'm happy having members who are TBCians. And when you look at this, you see that the bulk of these people here are TBCians, and it's a good thing. Our goal is to eradicate poverty. And I am standing as a member within this Kringle Private Society to make sure that we achieve this goal. Now, I don't want to say so much because I haven't filled out the required information I'm supposed to, just to make you understand, because there are some people who have sent out friendship requests. Some of them are hesitant because they are aware that I'm no more in Facebook or I am no more on Facebook. But I'm actually telling you now that I'm a member again on Facebook. So if you are listening to this broadcast and you think you want to be a friend to me on Facebook, you can invite me, send a friendship request, and then I could accept. We are building love in our community. We are building respect. We are building a community on love and on respect. So this is just the information I want you to understand. I am getting prepared for the leads. I am willing to follow up on people and I'm willing to make results. These people could come from anywhere. They could come from any continent of the world, provided they speak English and you can interact with them very well. I tell you, you'll get results. They will ask you questions, wonderful questions. That's when knowledge is required. If you don't have the right knowledge, well, I don't know. Okay. Now you can refer back to um, our private blog. Now, in our private blog, I think the administration talked about leads. Let me see. Yeah, he talked about leads. I think it's this particular broadcast, the one that happened on Monday. Let me see. I think it's on Monday. Now, let me be sure. Let me be very sure. All right, I'll read this. I'll read this. I think I'll quickly just read through the content. It's not something too big. Yeah, let me just quickly read through the content. Not all the content, but I'll read through this, just this and the one other side. I want to encourage our active members to attend mass adoption trainings Mondays through Friday. And you don't really have an excuse. If you are willing to build the world, rebuild the world, end the reign of the elites, make the world a better place, you must pay the sacrifice. Some of you are complaining about data. I really do not understand why you complain about data. Well, there is a price to everything. If you think you are worth it, then come for these meetings, attend these meetings, and then not just come in and getting the keyword, because we are not interested in just getting the keyword. As a matter of fact, shortly there will be a modification of the distribution. From the month of June, there will be a modification. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it's going to favor active, much more active members, especially the broadcasters. The broadcasters are going to be paid more for what? Telling the world about TBC. And that is also part of the leads program that will be coming in. So more of it will be made known to us as we build this community as the day runs by. Now, it is nearly impossible to find an opportunity to be mentored for free by a millionaire. I think this is very correct, and this is the administration speaking. Yet, most TBCians take for granted that I was a millionaire long before TBC became an idea in my head. And each mass adoption training I do, and each mass adoption training I do is unique from all the rest, meaning that we don't repeat the same thing again and again. And I don't know, but the administration has so much insight that he can't repeat the same thing. And it's not as if he has a template that he has written the table of contents down and follows it one day at a time. I don't just know how he does it, but I think that's wisdom to have kept a meeting for more than a year running, and still there hasn't been anything repeated the same way at a particular time. It's been different, it has been different, it's been different. Now I continue, and I've been providing this service for over a year now. This training is transformational, and I can witness to the fact that it is indeed transformational. And increases in incomes are part of the results. This is not everyone yet enjoying it, but shortly, as the leads come into implementation, everyone who is willing to pay the price, everything has a price to pay. When you are willing to pay that price, of course, you begin to see an increase in your income, and it's going to be on a weekly basis, not even on a monthly basis. If you're making $1,000 on a weekly basis, it looks like it's far-fetched, but it's possible. That means on a monthly basis, you're making $4,000. That's huge. And it's not once, it's monthly. It's monthly. So you are going to be making about $4,000. I'm looking at building my status to about $5,000 on a monthly basis before this year runs to an end. And trust me, I will do it. Now, I will do it. I may not come up to explain or announce that, yeah, I am getting $5,000. But I'm going to be giving you tips of the iceberg. So those of you who listen to me, tips of the iceberg, you have to connect the dots together. If you don't connect the dots together, well, I don't know. That's your choice. And increases in income as part of the results. Each of you do each of you do need to learn how to think. Each of you do need to learn how to think, act, and talk like millionaires and billionaires. You are the one to build. It's an exercise, it's a process, it's a mind transformational process. And if you are not able to achieve this by the time you've gotten to a billion, I don't think you'll function as a billionaire or as a millionaire. We want to have 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. And trust me, there's what you call conscious efforts that you will undertake to achieve that status. It's not about claiming to be a billionaire and then seeing your wallet increasing in numbers. It's not all about that. There is so much more to it, and that's about your mind. So let me continue. So that TBC will be accepted by the world at large. Of course it will, because it's already beginning to impact in the way I think, in how I act, and then I don't bother myself over little things. Now, there is so much more. TBC is a transformational process. You can't get yourself transformed if you are not in the system. You are supposed to be in the system to have a mind that will be transformed. And trust me, it is something that has been existing all this while, but because the financial wherewithal hasn't been made available to us, we are not empowered. But we are now being empowered because we are having a system that is made of the people, by the people, and for the people, a financial system. Now let's continue. We have 1,000 seats available on our Zoom for this. Do attend. It's a call that is given out to everyone that wants to be part of us. Okay? Now, this thing is deep. This particular thing you are seeing here, and it has to deal with your income ladder. You start small, you make more money. Maybe you start at $200, then you go to $500, then maybe you go to $700, then you go to $1,000, and then you're making $5,000, something like that. So let's finish. Well, let's finish up. We're almost through. Now, we all want explosive growth in TBC, but how many are committed to making a daily contribution to that? This is a very major question, which I do not know how many of us are. In fact, I can say less than 10% of our TBC community. We are over 4 million. We are over 4 million, but more than 3 million of us are not doing anything. We are folding our hands and we're watching. And you want TBC to be liquid. There are no financial responsibilities that is on you. Do you think it's a system that needs the help of the elite? No, we are self-sustaining. We do not need any money from the financial reserve. Financial reserve. We do not need any money from any central bank. We fund it ourselves. And it's like a trade by barter system. When you give, the system gives to you, which you are going to use as the community grows. And when we're in a billion, that money becomes very liquid in direct proportion to the merchants that are available who accept it. And this is something that will be happening between now and the next 1-2 years. I believe would have come to our status as 1 billion members from across the entire world. And then people will begin to wish that they were a part of us. But then that opportunity is gone, and it's gone for life. It's not leadership to sit back and watch leaders do all the work. True leadership breeds and develops other leaders, and the cycle of leaders gets bigger and bigger. This thing will metamorphose into the leads. If you are a person who is going to take part in this lead, you should be able to breathe life to your downlines, teach them the system, teach them how it works, and make sure that they understand it and they are able to replicate. Because we are building up 1 billion educated people, 1 billion empowered people. And empowerment is not the financial system that you are holding. It is not what you hold. It is not your finance. It is your mind. Your mind is what is most. Once your mind has been transformed, everything has been transformed. Most of us are thinking from a proper point of view, not from a mind of a billionaire or a millionaire. And that's what we are building now. So stay with us. If you're not yet part of us, please, my links are below. You will see my referral link as a member or as a merchant. You want to reach out to me, my WhatsApp link is also there. Reach out to me. Let's make a difference. Okay, now let's continue. The best way to support your TBC leaders is by following their examples and learn how to also become a TBC leader. Okay, now that's what you achieve on a one-on-one basis. Okay, and doing so has two ways to go about it. One, pay for services. If you are not the leader you are so interested in, you like the leader, you like how he goes about it, and you want to learn to be like him, and you are not his downline, you are already a member, then be willing to pay him for his time. He is not actually going to give you for free. Secondly, if you are not a member and you've watched him on YouTube and you want to be a part of him, you want to learn under him, then that means you should come under him, become a member under him. He will teach you, and then each time you make a subscription fee payment, it is seen that you are rendering what? You are showing appreciation for him leading you to this point, and you want to continue learning under him. You are not limited to only one leader. If there is any other leader that is out there and the one you are directly under is not giving you what it takes, then that means you have to pay some other financial resources to some other leaders, learn a bit from him, learn a bit from her, learn a bit from them with a little bit of financial resources. It's not for free. This is not Freetown. And even in Freetown, there is no free lunch. Okay. So I'm almost through. Okay, now step one, learn how to earn $1,000 a week in TBC by attending the mass adoption meetings. All of you that will read this article today should be able to make, listen, should be able to make $175,000 in Bitcoin bounties this year, 2021. And I can tell you that by the end of this year, I will come out and be able to say, yes, I'm able to do that. Why? I come for the mass adoption meetings, and I am going to be a part of those that will take part in the leads. Those who will take part in the leads, if they do it well, I believe that they will make enough money. And this is about empowering the individual that you meet, not the other way around. The individual that comes to you, you are the one empowering him, not he empowering you. It's not the subscription fee you pay or the person pays that makes you who you are. No, it is the services you render to him. And then he feels that he has gotten enough resources from you, both well without mentally and then well without in every other area, that he feels that yes, the system that you are training him on is what's making a service payment to. And that service payment is that subscription fee on a yearly basis or on a monthly basis, whichever one that comes easier to this person. You are the one that knows how to explain it to him. But if you're able to go for a yearly basis, I think that's a plus on your side, being those who have been educated and prepared for this particular assignment. Now, if the $175,000 seems like a strange numbers to you, then that shows you are not getting the current training. You are not getting the correct and current training. Because I used to have this mindset that it's almost impossible for someone to make this amount. I never used to think from the perspective of having money in dollar. But as I have been in this TBC community, I used to see $1,000 as something wonderful and big, but to me now it doesn't look big anymore. Like I said, I would not tell you my financial status, no, and I am still building. I'm still very young. I'm still very young on this system. Picture me in the next 1 year. Picture me in the next 2 years. In another 3 years from now, I think I should have been on that status of a millionaire in Bitcoin and a billionaire in the Kringle Private Society, because by then it would have become very liquid. Are you listening to me? And you're folding your hands and you're waiting for something to happen. Well, the time is ticking and we are based on meritocracy. It is those who work best that will get the rewards. So if you're part of us and you want to be a part of us, if you are a part of us or you want to be a part of us, the opportunity is now, okay? So that's it. Come to the training. You'll be thankful you did. Come to the training. You will be thankful if you do. Currently, I am developing, this is the part I wanted to talk about. Currently, I am developing a generation lead. I am developing a lead generation system with social media advertising. With social media advertising, of course, that social media is the one we are familiar with, Facebook. The one we have are two major ones. One, Facebook. Two, Noitilova. Noitilova is local to us. That's an information generating system. It's a system that tells you of what the elite wants to do and how to prepare yourself by joining our system as a defense against the implementation of the centralized totalitarian government or financial system which the elites are building, to make sure that they rid you and I of our freedom. And we dare to say no to what they are doing. Now, it won't take long to set it up. The administration is saying it won't take long. So I'm looking at possibly next month. Leads will only be available for the members that are fully trained. We will not waste leads on people that refuse the free training. So the administration is saying he's going to assign some people to you. This is very clear. That's why he said we will not waste leads on people that refuse the training. So he is going to assign leads to you. He will assign people to you to follow up and make sure they are consolidated as members in our community, and not just getting consolidated, understanding the system and replicating the system. That's why leaders will beget leaders. The choice is yours. I have made and I have finished my broadcast. I hope we understand and I hope we follow suit. Please, as a point of recall, I am now on what? Facebook again. I am now on Facebook again. So you can send me a friendship request. Look at my Facebook link. I am a member of Facebook again, and I'm happy about it. And all my friends are majorly TBC members. I want to concentrate on TBC members only. I don't think I should bug myself, bringing in friends. I have friends. I've told about my friends. My friends refused to understand this vision. And a person who will not help me to get to my destination is going to what? Drag me down. So I keep them aside and I will build more friends, because as I have more leads, they become my friends on Facebook. And I believe that will also impact my influence zone as a member building into a billionaire. I am not yet a billionaire, but I am building into a billionaire. And as I do so, one day at a time, shortly, I shall get there. Thank you very much. I'll stop here. So if you'll be watching my broadcast, do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And also give me a thumbs up if you have not also done so. Thank you very much for your time. Till I come your way again, cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.